about it. Let's talk about it at the top here. All right, let's do it. Good morning, and welcome to another episode of Hard Factor, presented by the Barstool News Network. It is Friday, Florida Man Friday, August 7th, 2020. And boys, it is episode 500. We have the entire crew in the house, Wes, Mark, and the Beeve. How is everybody doing?
Amazing.
Yeah, fantastic.
It's Friday, bro, and it's episode 500.
I encourage everyone to go back and play episode 1 and listen to the difference in the good mornings there.
Don't do that.
Oh, yeah.
I purposely did it as hard as I could this time.
I know.
But I'm wearing the same exact outfit that we wore the first day of blogger pictures. The very first time we went to HQ. Nice. Brought the shades back, everything. What do we got going on at your places for episode 500?
I am jacked up on caffeine, and I'm wearing like a tropical shirt, but that's about it.
Well, that's very festive. Nice.
Yeah.
I'm wearing just a basic Adidas shirt. It's very very fitting. I should have thrown something more special on.
Wes is a basic guy. That's why he's so relatable. People just relate
Basic
to him.
Wes. That's what we've always called him. I learned last night on Twitter you can't bleach your hair and perm it the same day. So I'm just in my Beeve robe with my B, my iced out, blinged out B, and my newfound earring. I feel pretty good. I'm ready to do 500. Guys, we made it to 500. Wes isn't dead.
That's awesome.
Everything is good.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
It's been 2 years, 1 month, and 9 days. And Pat, I'm glad that you are going to get your hair professionally treated. Because that's
I didn't say that.
We don't want to lose
what?
that. Oh, whoa. We don't want to lose those beautiful locks. And let me take that again.
You're just planning to stick black. You're not going to go blonde.
No, I'm absolutely moving forward with the plan. You just can't bleach and perm the same day.
He's got to do it slower.
So you still might do it. Okay.
Okay.
This reminds me. Pat reminds me of like whenever he shaved his eyebrows for That's Methed Up. I just can't stop looking at him. Right now, it's very very hard. Yeah, it's very hard.
He'll do anything for laughs with his body. Let me take that again. This is the shirt that I wore when I told my first joke about Florida.
Oh, there you go.
Oh,
yeah.
I think the time's kind of passed on that. That was
okay. Well, we can always move it around. We can always move it around and post because we edit our own shit.
I was going to reminisce a little bit more. We've had countless stories, interviews, contests. The timeline has been packed for our 2 years, 1 month, and 9 days, 500 episodes of doing this podcast. And we all want to thank you very much for sticking with us this long. But I think the best is yet to come. Just warming up, really, in my opinion.
Absolutely.
Well, yeah. I mean, I don't know. Anything else at the top we need to address before we just hop into probably the best collection of Florida Man stories that's ever been on the podcast?
Well, just that, Will. Just that this is an electric collection of Florida Man stories. Sometimes it's hard to pack a Florida Man Friday. This Friday, it was hard to cover all the stories because there was so much juice getting squeezed from the orange that is Florida, and you guys are about to drink it down, fresh squeezed.
One of the hardest things this entire week and in the history of the show is not cherry picking some of these stories and bringing them into earlier shows like Thursday, Wednesday.
I even used 2 on radio for Thursday, but still this amazing bevy of Florida Man stories in the lightning round of all Florida Man stories today. And Pat is kicking us off.
If there's one thing that everyone who ever met 37-year-old Kelvis Rodriguez Thomas knew, it's that he would Kelvis, it's that he would eventually kill a Burger King employee for taking too long with his Whopper. Everyone knew that. His middle school guidance counselor knew it. His probable absentee parents knew it. His various cellmates knew it. And all the terrible women that he dated knew it, especially well.
Yeah, they called him Kelvis the Pelvis in jail.
Yeah, big time, guys. On Saturday, the Burger King in Orange County, Florida was unusually busy. And due to coronavirus, especially the drive-thru, one especially hungry woman became irate that the line was moving so slowly and got out of her vehicle to berate the $9 an hour Burger King employee, threatening that she was going to, quote, have her man come through if she didn't get her Baconator stat. The employee, not wanting any trouble, refunded the woman $40 and sent her away. But
You
that,
got to be really upset to call in like a support to the drive-through.
Yeah.
Like, hey, I need backup. I'm at the drive-through. It's taking too long. Like,
When you're dating Kelvis, you call him into everything, Will.
no, that's why you're dating Kelvis.
Yeah.
You told him I was going to do what? Where am I going now?
Yeah. Well, so they refunded her $40, but that was not enough. She went and waited in the parking lot for a while in her black sedan, most likely calling Kelvis before she left. And guys,
how the fuck did they name him Kelvis? Like, it's such a shitty name. I mean,
I don't know. But even though she went on her way, it wasn't over because fate was about to step in. See, the person that the drive-through diva was referring to when she said her man was, in fact, Kelvis Rodriguez Tormes. And a short while later, the woman returned, but this time in a different vehicle, piloted by Kelvis, who promptly demanded that the employee fight him for dishonoring his terrible and hungry girlfriend. Kelvis then put the 22-year-old Desmond Armand Joshua in a headlock and began choking him. Talk about have it your way. A witness pulled Kelvis off Desmond, and that's when Kelvis said, quote, "You got 2 seconds before I shoot you." And shoot him he did. Kelvis
he beat
murdered.
the shit out of him, and then he shoot him.
So he gave him the literal 2 seconds. He wasn't,
No, went right to his truck, got his pistol, and then murdered the 22-year-old.
Why can't he at least call himself K. Elvis? This guy.
Elvis would be so much better.
Yeah.
But it's Evless.
Instead, he's just Kelvis the murderer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kelvis. Elvis would be better.
Kelvis murdered this poor guy who was in his first week with Burger King.
My God.
Yeah, he's been charged with first-degree murder. His fat, dumb bitch of a girlfriend has not yet been charged. There's Kelvis's photo right there below if you guys want to take a look.
Wow.
He just got his cornrows done, so it's a shame.
That's a menacing glare on that guy's face.
What a piece of human shit, guys. Here's the deal. Again, we've said it once. We've said it a million times. Stop harassing and murdering minimum wage employees. You just got to stop doing it. You got to stop doing it. It's not good look. Not a good look.
Happens all the time.
I agree.
Sadly.
Shame on you, Kelvis. This one was sent in by my wife, and it's also pretty crazy. Like, even on Florida terms.
Hold on, Mark.
This one's a wow.
Can you start again, please?
This one.
With the proper intro.
This one.
Oh, shit. We forgot the lightning round.
Was sent in by my wife, and it's pretty crazy. Like, even on Florida terms, Beef. It's a real bad one. Hillsborough County deputies in Tampa, Florida, shout out Tampa, shout out St. Pete, arrived at a house late this past Saturday and found a man in his 20s that had been partying too hard. So pick a house, right? No big deal yet. Problem is, for real, this guy was partying too hard and was a known opioid abuser who was ODing. So he really was partying too hard. A deputy had to administer Narcan and perform CPR until Hillsborough Fire Rescue arrived. The man slowly began like regaining consciousness during that CPR and Narcan, and was taken to a local hospital where he was, treated. And
what is Narcan?
It's the stuff that they inject in you or you smell on, and it literally counteracts the effects of opiates, so it can get
smelling
you out of,
salts.
Serious users keep it around because if you start ODing, you take Narcan, you just snap out of it.
Yeah, Narcan was a big discussion in rehab. Like, how many Narcans did it take? Like, it was like a contest. Like, I had to get 3 Narcans.
Whoa! Yeah, talking about how fucked up, like how
bad they OD'd. Yeah, it was crazy.
Oh shit!
Wes is just sitting there with no Narcans, embarrassed.
Yeah, I had no Narcan experience.
No Narcan ass.
No.
Well, I don't.
Was it like the scene in Half Baked where they yelled at him for having a weed addiction? When you have no Narcans?
No, I just. Well, that sounds awful, guys.
Yeah, just gonna skip this convo. I don't think any of those guys, Wes, had anything on this guy. Who once you find out what happened, so he got treated by EMS that Saturday morning after Saturday night or into Sunday morning, and he lived, which was great news. Then he was released, multiple hours later into the wee hours of Sunday morning, and he went home, where he immediately took several more opioids. And less than 6 hours from the first time they came over and saved his life, deputies were called back to the house a second time to administer Narcan and CPR, as the man was unresponsive 6 hours after the first time. So he got double dose of Narcan because he OD'd twice in the same day.
You gotta love opioids for that.
Poor bastard.
Right? Yeah. What? That's crazy. Also, I assume like who was calling? It wasn't him because the second time he was just completely unresponsive. He's got like this roommate that's like, Jesus Christ, Greg, not again. That just kept calling the cops.
So whoever he had,
saved his life twice.
You know, this is a scenario of a guy just having a plan for the weekend and not letting anything get in the way of it. You know, like the first OD was just a bump in the road. And when he was alive, he was like, wait, is the weekend still going on?
Through.
Keep my plan on track here. Absolutely.
He was celebrating being alive with his favorite drug of choice, opioids. And it just, he didn't give it enough time in between. So anyways, Sheriff Chad Cronister, which is an awesome name for a sheriff, said, this guy had a busy weekend. He's in my next story too. He said, our quick thinking deputies allowed this individual to receive not just a second chance at life, but a third. So cool, Chad. Deputies wanted to get some sleep, so they implemented the Marchman Act on this party boy, which allowed them to just temporarily detain him for insanity, and they put him in a facility because they weren't going to get fooled a third time. If you
I
know
feel
what
like
I mean.
you should maybe have to like sleep off the first Narcan for a couple hours before they just replace
They don't want you there, Will. They want you the fuck out of their facility. They want you back at your goddamn house and knowing your
with
roommate.
the thing and then put you right back to where you were.
Yep.
He convinced someone that he was fine.
Doesn't make much sense to me. Just,
I agree with you, Will. They let him out a little bit too early.
He's not a pleasurable guest, man. He's not someone you want staying in your facility. You want him the fuck out of there.
It's always too early for that guy.
They wrote the Marchman Act for that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jeez. Hope he gets some.
Yeah, really. Definitely.
He'll be dead soon.
Moving on in the lightning round. We're going to move it to one of the biggest Florida man stories of the week. And it was submitted by so many people. I'm just going to say that it was submitted by Florida in general. And it is the story of the man who was caught on iPhone video, I think last Sunday. It was early this week or last weekend. And he was holding on to the front of an 18-wheeler, APB green 8 truck, trying to break through the windshield. And he was wearing only underwear, just hanging onto the front of the truck. Have you guys seen the video?
It's my favorite video I've ever seen.
Fucking haven't seen it.
Okay. Well, when you need to just start looking it up now, and it's like a couple little clip you just have to see.
I just texted you, Wes. You can play it right now. It's 30 seconds. Just play it on your phone. It's your most recent text.
Eric Morales is the guy who got the video. It was him and his girlfriend who were driving on the highway. It was awesome filming by them. And so I've just got a bunch of quotes from him to describe the situation.
I just watched this. I'm interested to see what the theory is because I think I know what's happening here.
I think there's a lot of things that there's a lot of unanswered questions. There's a lot of things
the truck driver's trying to buck him off.
Yeah. That truck driver.
By the way, he would die if he got bucked off because he would go under the wheels.
Yeah. Maybe. Yeah. But let's get into the nitty gritty of what happened here. So it was on the Florida Turnpike, milepost 86 in North Miami, and these are all quotes from the guy. Him and his girlfriend. They've filmed the video. He said, "Quote: I see a semi-tractor trailer swerving from the middle lane to the right lane to the left lane to the right, in and out, just driving crazy, up on 2 wheels at once. And then I zoom ahead of him, and I see a guy on the hood smashing the windshield with a flat bar. So he had like a crowbar or something. And then he took out the driver's side window, presumably with the bar. The guy on the hood had blood all over his face. He was only wearing socks and underwear. And then you guys wouldn't believe this. It lasted for 9 miles, this motherfucker gripping onto the hood of the truck.
Dude, that truck driver is so mad. He's so pissed off.
The guy is dressed like Lieutenant Dangle from Reno 911.
It reminds you of that, yeah.
Holy shit.
He has
It does look like a scene from Reno 911.
Kind of looks like he has a crop top on, too.
or like an action movie. It looks like Terminator 2. Like, thank God that guy was strong enough on meth to hold on. Because I'm telling you,
a very gay action movie, I think.
So 9 miles of gripping onto the hood. The cops finally intercept the vehicle and took the man into custody. And here is what the witness Eric Morales said. He said they took him down. He lay on his belly, put his hands down forward, and they grabbed him by his hands and yanked him onto the ground and put cuffs on him. He just wanted it to be over. He was pretty tired from hanging onto the hood of the truck, so he just kind of gave up. His Florida at his finest. So why did the dude get on the hood of the truck, you ask? I'm sure. He just stopped his car on the highway on an on-ramp, started walking along the side of the highway, hopped onto the hood of the truck and started trying to break the window. So I don't know what
was the truck pulled over too?
Like he was going slow. Everybody probably slowed down because there's just a pedestrian walking on the highway.
Wow.
And then he just like limbers up there and starts trying to bash the window in.
You have to imagine
held on for 9 miles.
Not much investigation needed there. That's an immediate Miranda rights handcuffed situation.
I can't imagine the stress that this truck driver is under, but there's a couple things that I want to point out here. Absolutely meth. I mean, this is like a postcard for meth because this guy, now, yeah, dangerous from a third party observing it. But for this guy was having the time of his life. Most truck drivers also are packing. So if you're a truck driver, like he drove with the guy for 9 miles trying to buck him off. Why didn't he stop his truck and then know that his gun would protect him?
He didn't want the guy to be able to come into the cab because the guy was smashing everything with a crowbar.
There's no way he would have gotten in the cab.
Oh yeah, I'm assuming he was trying to steal the truck.
See how athletic he was? He was hanging on to the 50-mile-an-hour truck.
Yeah. He had a beer gut. This guy's not that athletic.
That's the kind of task that once you're in it, like trying to shake someone off of your hood, you stay with it.
You get fixated on it.
You get fixated on it. It's just pure anger. You just go with it until it happens, I think.
Solid point.
Yeah.
It's also an endorsement for how strong meth makes you. Like way stronger than you normally are.
Superhuman energy on this guy. The energy levels. His motor, high motor guy.
I wish I could know what he was saying to the guy that was filming him, because at one point he turns away from the truck driver and starts talking to the camera.
He does. He's saying, call the cops. He's begging the car to call the cops after he attacked the truck. So he's like, he's up on the truck. Yeah, exactly. That's it, pretty much.
There's also like some
giant mistake. I want off the ride.
Yeah.
There's some intermittent parts where he's just enjoying himself too. Like there's some parts where he's not beating on the window, and it looks like he's just having a good time on the ride.
He's smiling, like a dog, like a dog with its head out the window. You know?
Yeah.
Mile 1 was fun. I don't know about miles 2 through 9.
Yeah, 2 through 9 were terrible. When your arms are covered in cuts, you're hanging onto glass.
By mile 5, you're like, this is never going to end, is it?
Yeah. Oh, man.
Oh, shit. All right, that's it.
All right, so that we're doing that now, the noises?
Well, it's a lightning round of Florida Man stories, Wes.
For the lightning round.
Today
so do
only.
I have to do it?
Today only.
Do it.
Okay.
Yeah, you got to do it.
All right, this next one. Nice. All right, I like that. All right, gentlemen, 38-year-old Justin Stuller from Estero, Florida is what some might call a bit unlucky. The outdoorsman and fisherman really loves to put himself in situations where bad things can happen, and for Justin, they do. Back in the day, he was gator hunting with some friends when the gator he had roped in hopes of skinning and eating it, delicious by the way, decided, hey, fuck this guy, and attacked Justin, nearly taking his leg as it rolled. As Justin puts it, quote, as he rolled, he kind of clamped on my leg, one good clamp and then one real good clamp. Justin survived that incident and got right back in the water. This time he was fishing for spiny lobsters off the coast of absolutely gorgeous the Florida Keys when Justin went down to retrieve an injured fish he spotted. Yeah. His intention was to get the injured fish away from his wife and kids, who were also swimming in the shark-infested waters, when suddenly a lemon shark attacked his leg. So Justin surfaced and alerted everyone that they were indeed swimming in shark-infested waters and that one had just attacked him. Quoting Justin, my wife and kids were swimming, so they got them out of the water. After his family was saved from the dangerous activity he selfishly forced them to do, Justin was rushed to the hospital where he received nearly 24 stitches and now has scars from the gator, the shark, and a venomous spider bite he also received. So
on the same leg, right? Like all on the same leg.
Yeah, he must be delicious.
That's a bad luck leg.
Yeah,
you gotta get rid of that leg.
That's
a good luck
for
leg.
death. Yeah,
dude, the fact that he still has that leg, it means that leg deserves to stick around.
He's like hawks are like coming for his leg.
Yeah. Things just love to bite him.
You know you've been bitten a lot when you refer to it as a clamp. You don't even call it a bite anymore. You just clamped me good one time, and then you clamped me again.
Check this clamp mark out, and then this clamp mark.
Hey, Wes, I gotta ask you. Yeah. I need a fatherly perspective on this. What are the odds you go swimming and there's potentially sharks in some water and you tell your kid, like, yeah, get on in there with, like, that's just a no-go, right?
No, I mean, well, you go to the beach. There's always the potential, like for like one of those like sand sharks, or whatever, to like bite your kid. So like, there's certain places where it's like, okay, I have to take the risk, fear, enjoyment over the risk. But like swimming out in the middle of the ocean is, around like injured fish where there's like known sharks that might attack you is something different. I don't know. I'd have to. I'm not
Something
Justin.
tells me
I don't
this
love.
guy's a bit of a risk seeker. Risk taker.
Look,
thrill
Beef, when you grow up in this household, you're going to get your leg clamped on. That's just the bottom line.
Exactly. Yeah. When was your first clamp?
Family tradition.
Yeah. So Justin says he feels no ill will towards the shark as it was only reacting to the injured fish he put himself near. But Justin isn't letting this get him down. He went back on the water the very next day, but has decided to wait a few days to jump in as his wounds were still bloody and he would have likely been attacked again. I mean, this guy is like got to be the biggest one-upper of all time. He would fit right in with that scene from Jaws where they're sharing their bites. He's like, 2009, brown recluse. I was reaching my hand deep in the wood pile, and wham, got me. So yeah. He's hilarious.
I gotta see his leg. I gotta see it, man.
Yeah, you can find
I
it.
hope it's like 2 times the size as well. It's just stronger. He's got a Popeye leg.
Yeah, so he's not stopping, that's for sure.
Yeah.
No, you can't hold him down. He's going to get clamped again.
The Beef.
That's it.
Oh, it's
ready?
back on me. I'm sorry. Wes wrong pasted, so let me get in here.
Oh, I just
Wes
didn't
is a little
cut, my
rusty.
bad.
It's a little
My bad.
rusty. Remember last month when Twitter shut down?
Wait a minute. You called me on it. Wait a minute.
Remember last month when Twitter shut down all the blue checkmark accounts after a group of hackers infiltrated a number of high-profile accounts to tweet out a Bitcoin link scam?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that was funny.
Yeah, many thought.
Big Ounce does. He hasn't lost.
I know.
He hasn't slept.
Wes, you
since.
missed that. They shut down all blue checks on Twitter for like an afternoon because of what Pat's about to say.
Nice.
Yeah. Many thought it was an international group of hackers. Some thought it was an inside job. Others thought it was China. Turns out we were all wrong. And if we'd learned anything from the 1995 classic film Hackers, we would have known that the most likely scenario was a teenage boy, because that's actually who did it. Zero cool forever. 17-year-old Florida teenager Graham Ivan Clark, and recent graduate of Gaither High School, pled not guilty to the hacking charges on Tuesday. There was an additional hearing on Wednesday, guys, that had to be ended prematurely after just 25 minutes when his hacker buddies, posing as CNN and BBC journalists, Zoom-bombed the hearing and screen-shared some hardcore pornography from Pornhub.
Hanging dong right in their faces.
For some reason, the judge is old and didn't know how to, or that there was an option to password protect the Zoom hearing. So just dongs.
Someone mute that dong.
Yeah, trying a hacker on a Zoom trial must be fucking impossible.
It was pretty great to hear the judge. He's like, I'm trying to kick people out, but like more people kept coming in. The young Florida man hacker guys reportedly gained access to more than 130 accounts, including those of Elon Musk, Barack Obama, Jeff Bezos, and Yeezus, just to name a few. Apple as well. He did this by compromising a Twitter employee through a phone spear phishing attack.
Former Twitter employee.
Yeah. Oh, really? Was it former?
No, I'm saying now former.
Yeah. No.
Well,
that guy's
yeah, I
gone.
mean they got like the text message that's like, "Hey, check up on your Verizon account and give me all of your personal information."
When
was
you compromise
pretending-
the entire site, you're fired.
He was pretending to be an IT professional who worked at Twitter, who was like, "Hey, man, we're
that's
having some
even
issues
worse.
over here down in the mainframe."
That's even worse. It wasn't even like a personal thing. It was like that he pretended to be part of the company and they got.
He got duped by a 17-year-old, and the entire site was compromised.
Yeah. Might be in some trouble for that.
This 17-year-old's pretty smart, though, guys. Anyway, before selling
Well,
access...
I'm not selling that short. This guy's obviously
Smarter
very
than
skilled.
the idiot that's fired.
That's true. That's very true. But guys, so this 17-year-old sold some access to some of the accounts and then used a number of the accounts to solicit Bitcoin via poorly worded tweets. And according to reports, he netted like a paltry 117K of Bitcoin in the 3 hours the scam was live.
Wait a minute. We thought you're about to probably finish the thought. Sorry. We thought it was paltry, but not now. He's 17 years old. That's pretty good.
Yeah, except he's got a $725,000 bond to get out of jail, so it's not good. It's not good. The other two hackers in his crew were 22-year-old Nima Fazeli of Orlando and 19-year-old Mason Shepard of the United Kingdom. Check this out, guys. So this was in July 15th. Just a couple months earlier, our 17-year-old hacker buddy had 100 Bitcoin seized from him by the Secret Service, which he was able to get away with without being charged. He got a second chance, so to speak. He had scammed 100 Bitcoin, which is anywhere from 500,000 to probably $1 million from a Seattle venture capitalist. And he got busted, and they took it away and didn't charge him, and he still felt the need to go scam it again.
A scamming
Genius.
phenom.
He's like our generation's Catch Me If You Can, or like
Kind of.
He's getting caught though all the time. Though.
He's a little bitch boy. He's a little bitch boy, and here's what I learned, guys. He's been playing Minecraft.
This is at Hard Factor Pat saying this. Florida guys.
Let me tell you why.
Here comes the Don. Here
All
comes the
hackers,
Dons.
anonymous, everybody who's gonna Zoom bomb the beef here.
Oh, no, the hackers are down with what I'm about to say with this little bitch boy because he's not a bitch boy of honor. This is the case. He's been playing Minecraft for the last 7 years. And you know how he started his little scamming? By offering to sell Minecraft usernames and other Minecraft digital assets, taking the money via Bitcoin and then not delivering the goods, taking it to the internet. Our boy Colby Meads, 19, says
So he just fleeced Minecrafters. I mean, this kid's got good ideas, though.
Wow.
He said he scammed me for a little bit of money when I was just a kid. I paid him $50 in 2016 because he was offering to sell a digital cape to me for a Minecraft character, but then he never delivered it.
It's a genius crime. There's literally no way to you're not withholding any real thing.
He's fleecing people for digital capes. That sucks.
Tough day in that household.
Yeah, really. He gets so mad. You thought you had the digital cape. You spend all your allowance on this fucking digital cape that never comes home.
Wes.
My character's gonna be so overpowered and cool in this digital cape.
Was $50 when you're 14 too? That's a lot of cash, man.
Wes, have you ever been asked if they could buy a digital item that only exists in a video game? Have you ever been asked by your son?
No, not yet.
Not yet.
I've kind of warned him to every time he's on a game, I'm like, how connected are you to what is in that game? Like people and he knows not to press buy on anything. So I've got him trained well.
That's good.
Nice.
Yeah.
Keep him trained well. He's probably more tech savvy than us.
Yes.
Well, you look like you're in a good mood. Well, yeah, I just bought the Cape of Archimedes. Going to a bar in Florida is always a roll of the dice. You need to be at least a red belt, really, just to be safe. It's like a red belt minimum to get into most Florida bars, and that's because Floridians get drunk and then fight you. That's kind of how it goes, and that's exactly what happened last Friday at Pop's Sunset Grill in Nokomis, Florida, which is near Venice. Nice little beachy, islandy area. Looks very nice. When 36-year-old Nicholas Arnold Schock, a self-described white supremacist with swastika tattoos, got way too drunk.
Swastika. Here we go. Here we go with Mark adding the extra
swastika.
Yeah, he can't pronounce swastika.
No.
You missed that while you were gone.
Swastika. No, it's definitely just.
It's just SW.
Yeah, you're adding a whole sound.
Yeah, you're adding an SCH before the W. Yeah, it's
you misspelled it the way that you pronounce it in your notes.
Yeah,
he spelled it SSW.
That's how it's spelled, right?
No.
Well, okay, fine. Close enough. Shock proclaimed, the Aryan nation will rule the world. People covered in tattoos will be my closest relatives, I promise you. For no reason. He started shouting that while shirtless with unbuttoned, unzipped, and unbelted shorts that were falling down, exposing his pubic hair.
The unbelted part, was pronounced. It was basically at the base. His shorts were at the very base.
His dong was holding up his shorts.
Like a toddler taking a piss.
Yes. And he was walking around this outdoor bar area in broad daylight in what appeared to be mid-afternoon. And everyone else was just calmly sitting down and eating their meal and drinking while this guy was causing quite the scene. This is all on video, by the way. And episode 500 shows in, and this is easily, this and the Will's video for the truck are easily two of the top 5 videos we've ever seen.
You gotta see it.
God
damn
damn
the slap hurt. The slap is just absolutely breathtaking.
That's what we're getting to right here. Obviously, the man with his pubes out and a giant swastika symbol exposed on his bare chest. It's like half of his stomach and chest that was screaming hate at the top of his lungs. Didn't go over well with the rest of the crowd at the bar. And one man came up to him and said, "Hey, man, we have children in here," which he responded with, "I don't care. Call Donald Trump. Do you know Donald Trump? If you don't know Donald Trump, I'm not going anywhere." So, like, unless they personally knew Donald Trump, he was going to continue to do his thing, I guess. And then while he was saying that, he walked directly into the path of a waitress who he, out of nowhere, unprovoked, slapped unconscious.
Oh,
and
Jesus.
I mean, literally, yeah, go ahead.
It was just open-handed, as hard as he could, wound back, pow.
He was probably like above 6 feet, 240, 250, big guy. And the waitress was not exactly small, but he crumpled her immediately. She was unconscious.
It was horrific.
Did they beat the shit out of him? Anyone beat the shit out of him?
Yeah.
Oh,
People
yeah.
immediately swarmed him. And they just started he was on the ground immediately. But
before they swarmed him came the shrieking. Because
the gasps.
The gasps and shrieks came first, Wes. And then
man.
about 10 guys jumped on him and almost choked him to death, which would have been fine.
My God, I just watched the slap. I'm
Yeah,
Did
sorry.
you see the slap? Yeah.
It was like a WWE slap. It was like Kane
wound
out
up.
there, and it was like orchestrated. And the noise coming off
the noise is the most
hand hitting
impressive
her face sounds like a special effects guy from the movies put it in there, but it's real.
It could be a wrestler's finishing move,
wow. Look at
Pat.
this
Like
guy.
that could be a 3 count on most wrestlers, non-championship bouts. Anyways, he was arrested obviously after they didn't quite choke him to death. He was charged with battery, of course, and disturbing the peace.
I mean, that's like almost attempted murder. A hit that hard to somebody
for sure.
like to some unsuspecting woman's head.
she could have hit her head.
That's a vicious. That's intense.
That's the type of slap that would end a child's life.
Grade 1 concussion. Yeah. He told authorities, believe it or not, that he suffers from psychological issues, which he probably doesn't need a lawyer for that one. They can just play the tape. That's going to be approved. The waitress who got slapped into the next century is at home on medical leave. I probably would milk that if I was her. She's probably got some PTSD going on because I wouldn't want to come back to work.
Get her some Caliper CBD. Which this episode is brought to you by Caliper CBD. Did you guys know that Caliper CBD absorbs 450% more efficiently than tinctures?
I heard that.
I do because I've tried both, and Caliper is a million times better than the powder is a million times better than the tinctures. So yes, I do know that.
It's our buddy. They're the effervescent packets. You can just pour it into any drink, your favorite drink, and you watch it just like dissolve in there and just make it just chill. It just chills out your drink immediately. I mean, what do you guys like to use your Caliper for? I know I like to use mine to just like if I'm sore after a workout, something like that. What do you guys?
It's my nighttime routine. I go nighttime right before bed. I pour a little Caliper. I use the 20 milligram pack, and I just put it in my water, my little nighttime drink. I dissolve it. I drink it down. And before I know it, I'm chilled out, brother.
Same. It goes well in anything because it's tasteless. But I like to do water, like Gatorade or like the Beeve. I do it at nighttime. If you put it in sleepy time tea, it's like a cheat code on getting a good night's rest. Also, cheat codes. That guy that made me read the review, he was giving us a cheat code to lower your wanted rating in Grand Theft Auto. And
Yeah, he
goes well with
kind of
Florida Man.
exposed Pat the Beeve on that one.
Yeah.
Self-proclaimed GTA guy.
What I remember cheat codes from GTA 3. I'm sorry.
Well,
I don't cheat in video games.
I don't cheat in video games. You know that.
Yeah.
he's just too chilled out because he's
You
on his
don't?
Caliper CBD. You know, it's best for stress, calm, pain, soreness, helps you sleep easier. And unlike CBD oils, Caliper CBD is completely tasteless and mixes in easy, just like we were saying. Effervescent, no weird taste, no oily residue or mouthfeel, precisely 20 milligrams in each packet, like the Beef said. Basically, Caliper is the best CBD product I've ever tried, and they're one of our favorite sponsors, and they keep coming back, and that's because they are serving the Hardo Hive well with this offer. Get 20% off your first order when you use promo code FACTOR at trycaliper.com/factor. You can try Caliper CBD risk-free for 30 days. If you don't love it, they'll give you a full refund. That's trycaliper.com/factor. Don't forget promo code FACTOR for 20% off your first order. So the guy who was slapping people should definitely get some. He needs to chill out a little bit.
That was a pro move there, Will. We didn't discuss who was going to do the ad read. You jumped in. You did it at the right part of the show. And everyone should get Caliper because it's amazing. So good work there, Will.
I'm just, it wasn't even, it was just natural instinct because Caliper CBD is that good. We were doing a story about a guy who needed it. I saw it and I inserted it. Let's move it on to another guy who might need to chill out a little bit. In St. Next round of the lightning round in the Florida Man Friday lightning round is a man who needs to also chill in Port St. Lucie, Florida, who last Sunday, he had a turn of events that he'll never forget. He's a 29-year-old guy named Anthony Grulan. And what he did was he crashed his Toyota Tacoma into a Chevy Cruze, just I guess as a random Chevy Cruze, at the local racetrack gas station. And then immediately after, to make matters worse, he was caught on camera by witnesses, I can't really tell, beating his small dog named Henny, beating him mercilessly at the scene of the crash before taking off into the woods. So he crashes into a car, beats his dog outside the crash, and then runs into the woods. And not only was he beating the dog before he took off into the woods, he allegedly tried to throw it through one of the windshields of the crashed vehicles.
Jesus.
So,
did the dog cause the crash?
Yeah, he blamed Henny for sure.
Obviously, I think that's implied by the series of events. But he's nuts. He just beat this dog and then ran into the woods. Needless to say, the cops were called when Grulan was just doing this in front of everybody at the racetrack gas station, and they found him in the woods. And most of all, sadly, they found Henny dead in the parking lot.
Ah, man. What a piece of fucking human
terrible
shit this piece of shit is. And you look at his photo and you can just tell this piece of shit is like we should put this photo out to all ASPCAs and pet shelters out there. And if you see a dude like this, just double check his record. And I know he's rocking the same facial hair as I am. And this is
what is
serious.
on his neck?
He's got a
It's
goiter.
someone's arm is around him. That's a finger.
hand. That's a hand.
Yeah.
He's so out of control that the cops are having to hold him by the neck in the mugshot.
Yeah,
I thought that was a goiter.
Yeah,
it looks
too.
like a goiter. Whoa. Yeah.
he's the type of asshole too that's gonna be like, yeah, man, and I lost my dog Henny that I killed. He's gonna
Right, poor Henny.
Yeah,
why'd you make me do it to you, Henny?
Plays the victim on murdering his dog. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Well, anyhow, that was the need to chill out corner brought to you by Caliper CBD. Pick some up.
Jesus.
All right. Let's move
Make
on.
the noises. Make the noises. You got to get the energy back.
Yeah, I don't think that's free.
There you go.
Okay. All right, guys. If you don't own a Porsche and want one, 42-year-old Casey William Kelly of Miramar Beach has a plan for you to get one. You see, all you have to do is print a fake check from your computer at home, go to the Porsche dealership where the dumbest and most desperate salesmen work, and convince them to give you a brand new 911 Turbo by handing them a fake check made out to them for $140,000.
They accept fake checks. What a deal.
They will literally shake your hand and say thank you for your business, and off you go. But you see, the problem is with guys like Casey is that once they get the Porsche, they need to look like they deserve to be driving it. So Casey decided to go buy some Rolex watches to hang over the car door as he cruised the Florida highways. The problem is that the salesmen at the Rolex shop were a little smarter than the guys at the Porsche dealership. So they decided to hold on to the obviously fake check and watches until the fake check cleared. And when it certainly did not clear, they alerted police who already had Casey in custody because the dum-dums over at the Porsche dealership were freaking out because they could not believe that the $140,000 check Casey gave him had not cleared. So they called the cops.
What a negligent Porsche dealership. I mean, how do they not have a check verification process?
There's salesmen, Will. Their incentive is to sell the Porsches and then take their ladies out to the Red Lobsters
but
And that's all they were thinking about.
And you how we knew it was real is because it was a big check. It was a large check.
Yeah. He was so confident.
Yeah. Come on.
He gave us a novelty check.
Yeah.
Am I
Had to be
supposed to
real.
question that?
Yeah. So so they reported that the car was stolen. So Casey doesn't have his Porsche anymore or his Rolexes. He's been arrested for grand theft of a motor vehicle and uttering a false banknote. I mean, you can rent Porsches for like, a couple $100 a day if you just want to drive around.
Oh,
in
yeah,
one.
that's a good point. Just rent it.
Yeah, just rent the fucking thing. But
Well, obviously you can just get Porsches however you want in that town. So
no shit, they're handing them out.
yeah.
Yeah, so
Well, if it's his first offense, this has got to be a wrist slap, right? Like,
No, this is not his first offense, and no, Will. This is fucking
That's grand theft.
dumb and
That's-
dangerous.
that's
He's
bad.
going to jail for 5 to 10.
man.
Ricky T's Bar and Grill in Treasure Island, Florida, was popping on Sunday night, and 47-year-old Jason Copenhaver was getting after it, ripping shots, struggling to read, not rocking a mask or shoes, just being a Florida man. And that's when Jason noticed something out of the corner of his eye. A child with the audacity to wear a mask right there inside his favorite bar, Ricky T's.
not at Ricky T's.
Not at Ricky T's on a Sunday. Unable to comprehend the child's motivation, Jason took the child's mask as a direct insult, and no one insults Jason Copenhaver, especially not at his favorite bar, Ricky T's.
He's screaming for Ricky. Ricky's not even a real person. Get Ricky
Where's
over
Ricky
here.
T? Does Ricky T know about this? Jason approached the child and then asked the child if he was wearing a face mask, which he clearly was.
Yeah.
Are you wearing that face?
Are my eyes working?
The child responded by saying yes, because he was. And then
Yeah.
yes.
Jason responded with one of his go-to catchphrases, telling the kid to, quote, take it off.
Did he?
Yeah, Jason had accomplished his goal of demasking the child, and as a gentleman, offered to shake the kid's hand. But the kid refused, which really upset Jason. So he grabbed the kid's arm and pulled him real close to his face and said, you now have coronavirus. And the child told police later that spit particles from Copenhaver's mouth landed all over his face. Jason, after his work was done there, sauntered over to the bar to reward himself with a job well done. That was when staff asked him to leave, citing the fact that he was intoxicated and wasn't wearing foot prisons.
Give me another round and put it on Ricky's tab.
Yeah, that little boy over there is covering. I bested him.
I just
Jason,
defended Ricky's bar for him. He owes me a drink.
you guys pay me to be security in here. Jason then tried to strike 2 staff members before he was thrown out of the bar. Copenhaver reportedly told officers he wasn't sure if he had COVID-19 and hasn't yet been tested.
Damn.
This doesn't surprise me. I've seen at a bar in Reno, I've seen like a bartender and a patron who luckily was early in the day, just like openly discussing how masks are actually bad for you and like how they'll actually make you sicker and stuff. And like if that patron had been like as hammered as this dude was, he would have said some shit to you.
Ricky T's is a safe place, Will. It's a
What
safe
is this
place.
kid like on a lunch break by himself? Where the fuck is?
That's a good point.
Where are his parents?
Yeah.
Yeah, what was the child's age? Yeah.
It didn't say the
they-
child's age.
Maybe they were in the bathroom.
Yeah.
I assumed orphaned.
Orphans. The thing with the Copenhavens and a lot of these Florida stories you see is like once they get going, they're like snakes that are attacking. They're not going to stop. Like a tornado of violence. Like
Right.
unless you're equipped to take them down, don't try to approach them. You got to just create a space and like kind of like sheep herd them out of the door. Like
Yeah.
that's the best thing you can do in that situation.
They're a lot like T-Rexes, too. If you just stand still.
Yeah, they won't. Yeah, exactly.
Avert your eyes.
Ignore them.
And don't wear a mask in their visual range.
Don't let them see your mask.
Takes a full knockout to change their perspective. Just
Right.
full
You gotta-
unconsciousness.
It's like a bull. Like you gotta like matador him out of the place.
Yeah.
You can just with a giant mask. You just grab a giant mask, paint it red, and just like have
make
him
him
right in
tackle
front
it.
of the door, and then move it, and he runs out of the door. All right, guys.
Someone's forcing people to wear masks in the parking lot.
DA Goon Squad sent this one in. Have you guys ever been arrested while walking down the road? Down the street?
Yes.
Yes, me too.
A lot of arrests
three of
happen
us.
that way. Yeah.
3 of the 4 of us. Okay. Well, it's the worst, right? It's like the most embarrassing way to get arrested when you're just on your feet on the road. I was so close to home at mine after a 2-mile walk from the bars, got popped on the street while I could see my house. And it was the worst feeling ever. But hey, look, it's on me. I was drunk. I was loud. I was swaying, whatever. Still sucked. But this is what happened with 66-year-old Eric Ricardo Felder of Wamama, Florida. I think I pronounced that correctly. He knows what I'm talking about, as he was arrested at noon this past Saturday while walking down Railroad Street and State Road. Bullshit, right? He was a little more brazen.
Noon, though. Yeah. It sounds like he may have been flaunting it a little bit.
We'll give him the benefit of the doubt, It's noon, right? He's walking. But he was walking with a handgun in one hand and a beer in the other. So good call, arresting him. Apparently, he was pointing his loaded .380 Smith & Wesson revolver at cars as they passed by and fake shooting at them, and then taking a swig from his beer bottle. So that's what got him in trouble.
Pew,
Yeah.
pew.
This dude.
Wait, I'm doing it for real. No, I'm just kidding. This is a good beer.
Is that a you want to get caught situation? Like, I mean, because like obviously you're going to get arrested doing that.
He might not have known he was doing it.
Or just blacked out.
It might have been a blackout. Our boy Sheriff Chad Cronister, who had a really busy weekend, again, hell of a name for a person destined to end up with too much authority for their own good, said, with an intoxicated person handling a loaded gun in public, this is an incident that could have potentially ended very badly. So Chad's got some sage words there, just a real eloquent man saying, a guy with a handgun walking down the street, fake shooting at cars, could end
good
badly.
trigger discipline from this drunk guy. He was making a lot of fake shots. Doesn't sound like he ever actually discharged the weapon. So,
yeah, Chad Cronister's got a lot of work to do before he gets in Grady Judd's category, in my opinion.
I don't know. Grady Judd, he had he let the 230 felony guy go on.
Yes, but his press conferences are epic. Chad Cronister is just like saying blatant, obvious facts, and then he's like, all right, I'm Chad Cronister. Felder, by the way, was arrested and charged with felon in possession of a firearm, so he was a felon, so no right off the bat. 2 counts of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, use of a firearm while intoxicated, improper exhibition of a dangerous weapon, and resisting arrest without violence, because of course he didn't go down easy. So that was his last roadside walk for a while, unless he's picking up trash with a pole. That's going to be it for him.
Yeah.
Could have been a lot worse.
Yep.
Chad Cronister.
Yeah, good thing he didn't let that trigger finger slip when he was super hammered. All right, moving it on. I've had a dog killer. So far, my stories have been a dog killer, a guy who tried to kill a truck, and then now we're going to talk about a log killer. And this is a story that reminds me of my childhood. The Orlando Disney classic, Splash Mountain. You guys know the ride?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
You ever had gotten on it when there was like no line and you just could go over and over again? I happened to be one night at Disney World. It was great.
Magical.
Can't remember.
Magical. Anyways, it's a log flume ride where you ride along, blah, 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 Briar Fox, whatever, Briar Bear. Normally, those logs are supposed to just float throughout the ride. You go down the hills and everything. But then this time, this week, some logs sunk inside the ride.
That's dangerous.
Yeah, you don't want that. So taking it to the internet, Sky on Twitter says, so we got out of our boat because it was sinking while we were stuck there, and the Disney World employee decided to tell us that we should have stayed in the boat, but it went under as soon as we all stepped out. Nice. Hashtag Disney World, blah, blah, blah. And I would play the clip for you guys, but it would take a second. It's basically just like these people get out of the boat because it's clearly underwater and sunk. And then they stand on the edge of the ride, like on the concrete, like sidewalk. And then there's just a Disney employee yelling at them, like, please get back in the boat. This is a safety hazard, but the boat's underwater. And so...
Will, you do know that Splash Mountain is based off of the very racist Songs of Summer or whatever it's called.
Song of the South.
Song of the South, and they're completely retooling it in like a month. Like they're getting rid of it because it's just got tar babies and shit in it.
So you're saying this might have been an engineered destruction by Disney?
Yeah, no, Splash Mountain's like the most racist ride of all time. And they've been saying
Mark,
for a while
you've been
now.
doing this a lot recently, where we're just like PC piling on to everything. I don't. Like,
Am I doing it, or is Disney literally announced a month ago that they're getting rid of Splash Mountain?
Okay, and so it's because it's a terribly insensitive ride that it has things sinking.
Yes,
into
Songs
the
of the
water.
South is a terribly offensive movie.
Oh
would you,
my
would
God!
you agree, Beef?
All right, okay. I'm just gonna end this.
He's
We're
right.
all told
No,
5 guests
he's
left the
right.
ride
Yeah.
without injury. According to Disney World spokesperson, the incident was reviewed and Splash Mountain has since been reopened. But I guess it's still they're very ashamed of it. They didn't include that part in the statement.
Songs of the
Another
South is
visitor
terrible.
described the scene at Splash Mountain saying, "No joke, 80% of the animatronics are currently offline. Yikes." And he must just not be so woke as Mark to know that it's because it's a terribly
he
offensive,
got the memo.
terrible thing.
The park's shutting it down. It's not me. I have nothing to do with it.
I don't know about you guys, but I'd still ride on Splash Mountain any fucking day of the week.
Cool.
So
Cool
did
hill.
not know that Mark
Cool
was
hill
going to
to die
PC me on that one.
I didn't PC
but
you.
I just
the world
like
did.
I just like the ride. It's a fun ride. You ride
It's
down
literally
a
the
water
only,
hill.
only Disney film that didn't get released in Disney Plus.
Yeah, you can go
'cause
on the
they're
ri-
deeply ashamed of it and Uncle
Will,
Remus.
it's an awful fucking movie. You can go on the next log flu that's not racist. It'll be the same ride. It'll be the same the
right.
same
Can
amount
we-
of fun. You don't like the fact that it's okay. I don't understand your point here. But anyways,
I'm just like
Google
Ellen, the
Uncle
Ellen,
Remus,
the
Will,
Ellen
and you'll
story
understand.
wasn't enough focused on what it should have been focused on. This story
I'm
should have been focused on the
sorry that I
terrible
brought up that
past
three
that-
of Ellen's executives were like
All
sexually
right, all
assaulting
right,
her.
come on, man. Can we?
Is that true, Ellen?
It's
Yes.
Florida Man. Yes, it is true. It's
wow.
Florida Man Friday.
She had it
Well,
coming.
you're not going to bring up Splash Mountain without the fact that it's
Okay.
not going to exist anymore.
All right.
Okay. Sorry, Will. Let's go paint some Confederate flags after this and
No,
and
not saying
trucks.
that. Not saying
My
that.
bad.
Just
My bad.
Just saying.
I got
just
a great
saying, like,
idea
I
for
just
a
wanted
ride.
to tell a story about the log sinking, and that I would have wished it was floating, but apparently we all need to root for it to be sinking.
The ride
to
sinking.
be good people.
The ride sinking, Will.
So that's good.
Disney made the call.
Okay.
The ghosts of justice are hard at work over on Splash Mountain. All right. All right. We can do reviews or voicemails first, gentlemen.
Reviews.
Your call.
Okay. Okay. Well,
I
let's
think
start
it'll
off-
be less racist to do reviews first.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. What's more culturally sensitive?
Oh, fuck you, Will. It's a terrible ride.
Let's do reviews first. All right, we got to sing this one, guys. So you can see it's the
shit.
first review. This is from Bubba, not Bubba. It says, please sing accordingly. And we're just going to have to go down the list here. You can all read it, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
it's the Office
Yes.
song.
Yep. mhm.
And Rent.
Right.
Rent.
I don't know what. Oh yeah.
I know it from The Office, too, Will.
Rent, which is about gay people living in the
Oh,
city that are
God.
getting evicted because they because of
Yeah.
social
okay.
justice.
Another. I
Are
gotcha.
you aware of what Rent is, Will? Or no,
It's
you
not
don't
social
care.
justice, man. It's
Yeah.
Rent. No one's seen Rent here except me, I guess. It's about AIDS, man.
No, it made me watch Rent. It's terrible. All right, let's do this.
Okay, let's sing it then. Fuck it.
Sorry, Will.
I'm supposed
You're
to
up.
start this thing.
You start.
off.
Yeah, where it says Will.
Oh great.
Yeah.
It's gonna be fun.
I love this.
How is your mood
500
ruined? You weirdo. Just sing the song.
525,600 minutes.
525,000 moments so dear.
525,600 minutes.
How do you measure a year?
In daylights, in sunsets,
In midnights, in cups of coffee.
In inches, in miles, in laughter, in strife.
In 525,600 minutes.
how do,
do
you
you-
measure a year in the life?
How
How
about
about love?
I don't think we did that right.
We nailed that
We
shit.
got
No,
it
that was
till
good.
the end. I fucked up by singing your line, but I think the last one was terrible. But
We really got to stop
Other than that, it
letting
was
them do
great.
this to us.
Yeah, no more singing. That's a new rule. That's the last singing one.
Yeah. I'm not going to do this. It's a review that says, please shout this. And then it's Wes with a lot of S's and exclamation marks. I'm not going to
Nice.
shout my own name.
Why not?
So
Thanks,
I was
Golden
going to say
Broccoli.
that you should do the good morning on this one, or on Wednesdays when you first came back. You don't want to shout Wes?
fine, I'll shout it. Fuck it.
Well,
There we go.
Wes! Yeah, nice.
Thank you, the Golden Broccoli, for that. This one is from Amber Frank 14. Not using my own phone. And it says, need some advice. How do you deal with coworkers you can't stand and work closely with? What's good with Wes? Go Sox.
Nice.
How do you deal with coworkers you can't stand and work closely with?
You
Ignore them.
Yeah, pretty much. I think that's
You
the
just be
best route.
two-faced. I mean, talk shit about them behind their back, but be nice to them up front. That's what most people do, right?
Get a new
You could
job.
stink. You could also stink.
Ooh. Yeah,
Stinking
fart.
does work until you get told to not stink. If you stink too bad, then you could potentially bring on a de-stinking to yourself. Somebody could be like,
Yeah, that's embarrassing. You could probably plant stinky things on them.
that's tricky though. You'd have to be very, very, very cautious with that.
You
You
could go on
you
there-
don't want to get caught sabotaging somebody at work.
Right. I was going to say, you go on the computer, like look up a bunch of porn and then be like, what's that? And then call the boss over.
Yeah, that's right. You could put child pornography on their computer and just end it there.
Right. Yeah.
But
that's a little
we don't
mean, isn't
endorse
it?
that. That's
That's a little
on you
mean.
if you do that. Yep.
All right. Let's move on. Christian MO2 says, the best podcast to ever be recorded. You guys are the best. As a daily listener, I look forward to driving to work every morning to listen to you guys. Shout out to my man Lou Dog from the Berg.
All right. So Blue Dog.
Lou Dog in the van.
Blue Dog and Christian M. Nice.
All right. So we're reading mean ones too, right? As long as they're 5
Yeah.
stars.
Yeah.
All right. This one is from Topher AG17. Says, was great. Need to find their footing again. 4 friends who rode their buddies' coattails to the best podcast intro of all time. The show is great. Yeah.
Oh, sick burn.
Yeah, sick burn. Thank you. The show is great for unbiased news when they stick to it. Their shticks like The Beeve aren't near as funny as they think they are and drag out way longer than they should. Same goes for most of the callers on the show. Pretty dumb. When they do stick to 30 to 40-minute episodes of just news, commentary, and internet comments, it is one of the best and is thoroughly enjoyable each day. So, we do
That's
that
like
shit at the
over
end.
AG.
We do the voicemails at the end, right? So he can just
Yes, that's what I keep saying. But that's one of the best. That's one of the best ways to insult us is tell us that if you just do this, we'd be awesome. That was pretty good.
Right.
Pretty good.
Topher
burn.
AG, you can't. I got some this is tough to hear, but at the same time, Topher AG is a through and through news guy. He wants news and internet comments only and nothing else. And
Yes.
you can't. I mean, I respect that.
Yeah.
It's a tough line. I heard Big Cat today talking on Pick Central about, he was like, we get shit sometimes because we don't only do picks, but we're here to tell jokes as well and give a little bit of personality. So you get the picks at some point, but we're not like super professional pick givers. We're more comedians. So it's a fine line. We give you all the news, but we're also going to try to make it funny and add a little personality to it. So understood, Topher.
Yes. Thank you, Topher. All right, this next one is Timmer Fredette. It says, you've officially corrupted my brain. You've done it. I work in a call center, and I end every call with, have a great day. Yesterday, I told some lady to have a great fucking day. Now I have a meeting with my supervisor today. Totally worth it. Great pod. Give it a listen. That's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, the great fucking day is a little shticky. We might take that off the show. It's a little shticky.
You don't like Great Fucking Day?
Now he's making fun of Topher.
Making fun of Topher, you know what it's like to wake up every day in your fucking bedroom, look at your ugly face in the mirror, walk 50 feet to your chair that you sit in for 9 hours a day, reading and researching the news, and then giving the news to people, and then doing it again the next fucking day. Sometimes you want to cut your hair into a mullet. Sometimes you want to cut your hair into a creepy piece of facial hair because it's the only thing that keeps you goddamn sane, Topher. So sorry we don't meet your needs.
Yeah.
This is Timmer Fredette. I
Right.
think that you're talking to.
So
I know.
he was going back one.
No, he was going back to Topher.
I
Yeah.
love you, Topher. I'm kidding.
Oh, you're going
Keep
back
listening,
to-
Topher.
So Topher's like John from North Carolina who got back.
Oh,
can't
no.
please
It got
Topher.
under the beef's
Yeah.
skin. Uh-oh.
Yeah,
The beef's fur is ruffled. Uh-oh.
But we got to give justice to the guy wwho said have a great fucking day at his job because
I know.
Hopefully they didn't get fired and they left an awesome review.
Yeah.
Yeah, Timmer Fredette, sorry about that. But
Yeah.
but everybody, I mean, the great fucking day, it sticks with you. Also, that person couldn't have been too upset because they were probably like, man, I do hope I have a great fucking day.
That's a
why we
good
say
point.
it.
That's a good point. Who would get mad at that?
Yeah, just say that to your boss. Like if they're like, the boss is like, you got a little too into being enthusiastic about telling people have a great day. You'd be like, yeah, but I just really care. Like that's what you add the expletive because like you really want them to have a great day. And that person probably left like thinking, man, that guy really wants me to have a great fucking day.
Well, they know the phone number. Just call them back on speakerphone with the boss and Tim or Fredette in the room and ask
Explain
the
it.
person.
And then tell them to listen to Hard Factor.
Yeah. Were you offended by this or were you happy when he said it? And then, there you go.
I think she was offended because that's the only way they would have found out is that she complained to the supervisor.
Some people can never be happy.
Yeah.
That's true.
All right, guys. This one comes from Sean Very. Great listen. These guys have the bodies Michelle Obama warned you about, but a great listen. Lighthearted and funny look at the news cycle. It is usually very depressing. Short or long episodes, you will laugh the whole time.
Nice.
What's he talking about with Michelle Obama?
She was the
saying that
fitness
we're
lady.
all fat.
She
Like
was like,
we look like
60
we're about to
minutes a
have
day.
heart attacks. Yeah. And then she's wanting to reduce heart disease.
Okay.
Melania's is be better or be great, do like the internet stuff, and Michelle Obama's was do 60 or get outside and exercise.
Play
for
60.
Play
or
60.
something
Yeah.
like that.
Play
Yeah,
60, yes.
Yeah.
She had those arms, remember?
Yeah. She was ripped. Yeah.
She was. All right. This one is from Fort Reese, and it says, first review worthy. Never written a review before, but this morning warranted. This podcast is part of my daily ritual, and this morning was the best. Hearing Wes's voice was quite the treat. So proud of you, dude. Thanks for sharing your story. Keep up the good fight. Love all you boys, and thankful to have the news update outlet that doesn't make me want to put my fist through a wall. Shout out to my husband for introducing to me this show. Thanks, Willie. P.S. We love you, Jeff. Wes, on one of the Epstein episodes, my husband and I saved that clip and sent it to each other randomly and die laughing every single time. Well, thank you very much, Fort Reese. Much appreciated. Glad you enjoyed.
That's awesome.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah. I'm loving the love.
That's way better than Topher's.
Oh, way better than Topher's.
Imagine being Topher's kid. You can't please your dad if you're Topher's kid. You just
Look,
can't.
he just wants the kid to throw the strike down the middle and get the fucking strikeout. That's
true.
That's what he wants.
And no dancing afterwards. Get right next to the next batter. No celebrating. Yeah.
Topher's kid knows that he's better than this in everything that he does.
Topher wants a flag thrown on touchdown celebrations. He just
Look,
wants.
he
He wants
knows
the next play.
He knows the kid can throw gas. And he's not going to accept anything less.
Right. What are you doing? What are you doing? Wasting all that energy on the socket after the strikeout.
Topher gets mad when they bring rolls to the table at restaurants. He's like,
Yeah, this is a waste of time.
I don't need this.
What do you mean? Are we ordering appetizers? He stares down.
You're not
everyone.
charging me for these rolls, are you?
Yeah,
Yeah,
he talks
exactly.
people down from the appetizers. 2 entrees, if anything.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, this next one is from just a bunch of letters. It says, love you guys. You guys are the absolute best. I listen every single day. With that being said, I have a complaint. One, I put my request in for pool boy Pat over 2 months ago, and he still hasn't come over to fuck my wife. The beef is starting to make me think. The beef is starting to make me think he's not a man of the people. Sad. P.S. It's great to have Wes back and to hear his beautiful voice again. P.S.S. Fuck John from North Carolina. Love you guys and have a great fucking day. Pat,
Yeah,
you promising to go fuck people's
What a
wives?
review.
Topher might be John from North Carolina. He just wants his actual name. Like he wants people to say "fuck Topher" now. Could be.
Yeah, we could. Maybe we should just like have the Topher and John portion, and then we could just go on and fuck off after that.
What's up with John from North Carolina? And
He
Pat,
left
same
he left a
kind of review.
voicemail saying the
Voicemail, though.
exact same thing. Why do you
Voicemail.
like? Your show used to be awesome, but I don't understand who your target demographic is because are you a
these
news
are
show?
news guys.
What's
Look,
up
these
with
are
the
news
voicemails?
Guys.
Yeah.
These are news guys. They're like,
Yeah.
look, you guys are not being news guys. They want us to be more news guys.
And then Wes, I immediately said we'd do it at the end of the show after the news is over, but you can't please everyone, you know?
No.
So
No.
And I asked you for pics of your wife, and you haven't sent them. So
oh,
I'm just saying, send the pics
So that's
so
your
I can
fault.
see what I'm
I
working
can't pronounce the name of that reviewer,
And-
but wow.
with.
yeah.
And also, I'm not going to turn you down. I mean, I'm just getting the pics so I just know what to be prepared for. That's all. I'm going to come.
okay.
Just do your part, and I'll do mine.
do we know what state this is in?
I don't really care. I got a lot of frequent flyer miles. You know that.
Okay.
Yeah. Pat likes
And
to hop
loves
on
to
planes.
travel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Last one. From a 6 to a sturdy 8 using only my ears from MCYFH. The information I passively receive while enjoying your hilarious banter has allowed me to leverage the guilt of being uninformed onto my peers and position myself in the far superior, informed, alpha female role I deserve. Being 23 and average looking can only take me so far in this world. Welcome back, Wets. Thanks for starting my day with laughs and a daily rundown of every day for over a year. Keep it up, boys. Claire.
Ooh,
Nice.
Claire is using the information from Hard Factor and just exercising it upon her friend group. It's amazing.
Yeah, and I take
do.
umbrage with that, Claire. We were all 23 and average looking at one point in our lives, and you can really do a lot with it. So don't be discouraged. Just got to work really hard.
Yeah.
Getting some lady listeners in these reviews and voicemails.
I don't know if
Notice that?
you're being generous with the average looking, Pat.
We were below average. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're getting a lot of lady listeners. That's great.
I know I think there's a voicemail too from a lady.
fucking love
Female
that.
hive is strong.
Yeah. All right, let's get to the voicemails then, boys.
Who's going to be the queen bee in the hive is the
See if
question.
this works. I got a new system.
Hey there, guys. It's Colt from Iowa calling in again. First time in a while. But just wanted to say, also, if you hear some cows in the background, sorry, on the farm here.
Sounds crystal
Wes,
clear because of West.
it's fucking awesome to have you back. We had no idea what happened, but coming on the show like you did and admitting to everything and, dealing with the problem the way you did, it was fucking admirable, man. That was really awesome. Proud of you. And it's awesome to have you back. The show wasn't the same without you, so good to hear from you again. And with that being said, I have a question for you guys. Where is your best place to piss after you've had like an insane amount of beers? I got a few for you. I'm going to say just on a nice tree, anywhere, old school, never fails. In any body of water, pond, lake, river, ocean, whatever, it's always good. Not a pool. If you piss in a pool, fuck you, you're disgusting. I don't even know why that's a debate. And my favorite one has got to be a trough of ice at a bar. Any bar that has a trough of ice you can piss in is just tops. There's something so satisfying about that.
Wow.
Feels great. It should be more places more. I'm almost motivated to get a trough of ice in my house just to piss in. Snow's always good too. Write your name, draw a dick, always good for a chuckle. Let me know what you think. See you guys later. Have a great fucking day.
All right.
It's tough to
What was that
name
caller's
all of
Colt?
the plays, to
Oh, it's
give
Colt.
all the answers to the
Colt,
question
Colt,
you just asked.
Colt.
you know?
Colt.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Beav, you nailed it. He gave all the best answers.
Yeah.
No, I've got one that I thought about when I always had to take a piss. Behind any place of business or dumpster was like amazing when you really have to piss after a bunch of beers and you find that dumpster, that like place of business.
Dumpster pee.
Yeah.
If you've worked in a bar or a restaurant and you were in charge of taking out the trash to the dumpster, little cig, little pee next to the dumpster, that is a solid one. You're right. That wasn't on that list. Otherwise, I think he got it.
Well, I got one more. It's like a variation of my favorite one in the body of water. If you're wearing a swimsuit and you're out of the body of water, just pee your pants and then jump back in. Like
That
the
is a
lake.
good one.
That's fun too. It's a funny
That's
gag.
huge.
You just-
That is
That's
good.
good. Always
Yeah.
good gag.
I got a good one too. Now I'm normally a toilet guy, which is technically a body of water. But if you're ever down in New Orleans for Mardi Gras, here's the deal: they got these hand grenade stands. I don't know if you guys have had them or not. I know you guys have, but a hand grenade bottle, like the traditional commemorative one, has a hand grenade at the base and then a really tall neck, and then it kind of opens up like a funnel. It's the type of thing that you'd see like at an amusement park.
Yes.
Kind of like big ass tall drink. If you're wearing shorts, you could just stick that thing right up your shorts and pee in it, and then pour the piss on the street, and no
That
one will
is
look twice.
pretty
Again.
impressive.
That's a good one. Easy
especially
bottle. Yeah.
especially because in the French Quarter they will jack you up if you take your dick out in public.
Yeah, and there's no bathrooms. There's no one can let you pee anywhere. So you just
It's like
you're walking around with
90%
your
of the
own
arrests. Yeah.
portable toilet. So
I don't think I have enough hang to do that move, to be honest with you.
Well, you gotta
Sorry,
limber up.
Wes.
You gotta limber up to get to pull the tropical isle.
I might as well be naked if I'm doing that move.
You can get it. You can get it up in there, Wes. You can shove your head in there.
I could, yeah. You're probably
You just got to get warm. You'd be good.
Yeah.
You just got to, you'd have to bring your mind to a happy place.
we can put
right.
lipstick on the rim if that would make
Or
it
get or just get a chode. Just purposely get a little excited.
I'm getting it everywhere. All right, let's go on to the next one. Here we go.
Hey, Hard Factor boys, what's up? This is Jake from Burn It. so not too far from you Austin boys. A couple things. I just wanted to say, Wes, that took a lot of guts what you did yesterday, coming on the pod and telling everyone where you've been this whole time. I'm proud of you. I hope you're doing better, and I'm glad to see you back. And then the other thing is I was listening to the pod this morning on my way to work. It's Thursday, so when y'all hear this, it'll be Friday. But y'all were saying how it would be much better if we had a third person to vote for that was a doctor. And it turns out we actually have that exact person. Her name is Dr. Jo Jorgensen, and she's a Libertarian Party candidate for president. It would be pretty awesome if y'all had her on, or her vice presidential candidate, Spike Cohen. They're both younger than the two old bags that we have to vote for right now, obviously. But she is a doctor of psychology and a professor at Clemson University. And Spike Cohen, he's a younger guy. I think he's in his 40s. He's a pretty badass dude. Y'all should have one of them on or both of them on. That would be pretty huge, I think, for their following. But interesting facts. The Libertarian Party is the only party that supports the legalization of marijuana, and is the only party that has been LGBTQ supportive from the day of their inception. So pretty awesome stuff. I think they're trending upward and headed in the right direction. We'll see. But yeah, so y'all should have them on the pod. Wes, I'm glad you're back. Have a great fucking Friday, boys.
Nice. Thank you. Appreciate that.
Of course we'd have them on the pod.
We were in touch with someone in Jo Jorgensen's campaign that I guess it kind of fell apart. We'd love to have him on the pod. Yeah, for sure.
I think that we've been a little busy recently, and we're gonna get our interview list lined up, and certainly this week a lot of libertarians in the Hive have been speaking up, saying, "Hey, get some libertarians on here to talk." So we'll definitely take that into consideration as we get our interview list going forward.
That's right. Now that Wes is back and healthy, we get a little bit of breathing room, and we can work on stuff like that.
Do a little more planning.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I will carry the load. Help carry the load.
Thanks for that call from Burn It, darn it.
Yes. Yes, right. All right. Here we go. The next one.
Hello, fellas. It's NC Marto here. First of all, happy 500th episode eve. Today is the eve of the 500th episode. And then thank you for finally fixing fucking the good morning, and it's now proper the way it should be. Oh, and I guess my question is, Mark, why don't you fucking listen to Wes more often? Hey guys, peace. Have a great fucking day.
I think you meant Will.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah. Well, look, I'm open-minded. I don't know why he's mad about the Splash Mountain thing. But yeah, I give Will a fair shake. I don't know. Yeah. I don't know what the hate is for me bringing up Splash Mountain and sexual assaults. I guess I'll keep those to myself.
No. I mean, I just that's we should fill the show with it.
I hope you do keep sexual assaults to yourself, Mark.
Yeah. Not mine. Others.
No. I think that Mark came to see. He probably listened back to a few of those intros, and he sees that putting the vocals right after the drum kick now is just the spot.
I'll put it this way. I'll try pretty much anything once. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Pretty good rule to live by.
Yeah, it is.
That drum kick, though, it just sets off the vocal.
It makes it sound better, for sure.
You're right, NC Marto.
All right, here we go. The next one.
Hey, Art Doctor. This is RG from Dallas. I, first of all, just want to say that you guys need that full-time contract. If you don't get it, not only will I veto Barstool, but I will veto podcast altogether. Also, I'm so happy to have Wes back. You definitely bring a level of normalcy to the show. You guys are awesome. I tell everyone about your podcast, and I just really am impressed by your intelligence, your humor, and ability to make me think about real problems in the world without losing my mind. Keep doing what you do best. Have a great fucking day.
Wow.
Nice. Another female Hive member. What was her name, Wes? Couldn't quite
Margie,
RJ?
I think. Margie.
Margie. Thank you so much,
Yeah,
Margie.
thank you. Appreciate
Thank
that.
you for spreading the word. And man, it's great to see that we have some female listeners that we can actually keep. It's surprising to me a little bit.
That makes me happy.
Yeah. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, thank you. Let's go one more. Here we are. A couple more.
Front runner for Queen Bee, Pat, right there.
What's up, boys?
back from Chicago, early as fuck in the morning. I'm on my way to union classes right now. About 4 minutes into the Wednesday episode, and goddamn, does it feel good to hear Wes again. Glad to have you back, brother. Y'all have a great fucking day now.
Wow. So much love. It's been amazing. Thank you.
Yeah,
it's
pretty awesome.
So embarrassed.
Yeah.
Why are you blushing so hard, Wes?
It's fantastic. I mean, I've gotten so many DMs. I can't even fucking tell you. Yeah. Thank you. Appreciate it.
YouTube.com/hardfactornews to watch Wes blush.
Yeah. All right, here we go.
Hey guys, it's Josh from Canada. Just checking in on that companionship I ordered on patthepoolboy.com. It's getting pretty lonely around my inflatable pool these days. And other than that, I've been noticing that you guys have been talking about Canadian police and RCMP and Ford Fiestas lately. Don't really think that's a thing. I've seen more on horseback, to be quite honest.
Horseback.
And yeah, good to have you back, Wes. Glad you're doing better. And have a great fucking day.
I've got to take issue with
thank
that
you.
because I saw the pictures of the Ford Fiestas that were crashed into just over the border at Niagara Falls. I think maybe where he's at, horses, but
That's just the border because
right.
horses stink up the border. But
it must just be just
yeah.
at these border crossings where they have these tiny cars that allegedly don't exist. I don't know. I
also
saw a picture of it.
Yeah, we're getting kind of some differing opinions on whether or not they're still on horses up there. But in terms of cleaning your pool in Canada, Josh, I told you that I can't travel internationally for reasons I don't want to discuss on the show. I told you I'm not allowed out of the country, specifically into Canada. Now, I don't
know. I feel like Canadians would really embrace. I mean, you had the lumberjack look going in Pat the Pool Boy.
No, I want to go. I can't. I'm not legally allowed to go.
Beeve, we've had several stories of people crossing the border somewhat successfully.
Yeah.
You could get on a boat and go to British
Also-
Columbia, turn off the transponder. I mean, come on.
Two birds with one stone here. What if we have any Mounties in the hive? We need to know.
Oh, yeah. Can I get an escort? I'll clean your pool.
We need to know if we can get Beeve an escort, and also what kind of vehicle you working with, a horse or a Ford Fiesta? Tell us.
She's a horse.
She's got 2 horsepower.
Yes.
It sounds like you're going to have to go to one of these eventually.
I will clean a pool. I promise you this summer.
Better do more than that.
We got
There's
two
those
more.
pictures.
There's 4 weeks left in the summer.
All right, 2 more voicemails.
Bring the pool to me.
What up, boys? C. Stroms from Minnesota here. Just listening to today's Sirius XM episode and heard Will talking about switching sides. Get the fuck back to your own side. Reclaim that. And 2, get the crib out of the bedroom. Get it out of the bedroom.
Oh.
I know you talked about you being a light sleeper. 24, have a 3-year-old, and we tried the crib in the bedroom for, I think it maybe last 2 fucking days. Just get it out. You'll get better sleep. Yeah. The baby will be just fine if it takes you an extra 10 seconds to get there. Get the damn camera. Way better. Way better. Wes, glad to hear you're back. Fucking love you. Good for you. So happy for you. Yeah, glad you're back and healthy, Pat. You're a lip cuck, but I do love you as well. Yeah, been doing a lot of work around the house lately with COVID, not been able to fly, and so I've re-listened to all of you guys' podcasts, and I think I have like 2 months until it's the first podcast you guys ever did. Started listening this winter around impeachment. Great fucking podcast. Keep it up. Let's get that full time from El Prez. And not the best question, but being I'm from Minnesota, would you rather have the pool in the backyard or a boat to go on the lake? Have a great fucking day, boys.
Oh, that's easy for me.
What a good would you rather?
Easy.
Austin
Easy.
Pool. Austin Pool.
Easy pool.
Where he's from, boat.
Yeah, for-
Austin Pool.
The land of
It is
lakes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is highly based on where you live. I think in Reno, probably you'd want pool too, actually.
We're lazy. Let's be honest. The boat's a whole ordeal.
Tahoe boat Reno
Yeah, but
pool.
the thing is you got to drive it over the mountains where I live. If you lived actually on the lake, probably in Minnesota though, you'd want a boat instead of a pool, right?
I think so.
I would think so. You don't have many pool months, right?
You can use it for like 20 days in Minnesota.
Right.
That was a great voicemail. He said something else at the beginning, but then the question forgot.
I think he called me a libcuck. Let's move on.
Sleeping. He said, "Get the
crib."
Oh right,
crib
it was
out
about
there.
the baby.
Yeah.
So the baby, we have the plan. I'm doing both of those. So the crib in the room is very temporary. It's a very temporary plan, but we are switching sides for that. So maybe there will be a switchback after that's over. But right now, I'm pleased to be hiding on the other side of the room for the.
Have you adjusted at all yet? It's been a couple more days.
I feel like I'm still going through it.
Uh-oh.
I feel like I'm
adjusted to what?
I feel like I still got a little
Switching
bit of
sides of the bed.
Oh, how much longer do you guys have? I'm so out. Like
first time in a decade. Yeah, January.
January?
Is the baby
Okay.
is the due.
Hell yeah. Okay.
I felt it. Well, it's weird, but yeah, it's kicking now or whatever. Yeah. So.
Oh yeah. Excellent. I need to hear more about this off the
I
air.
guess I should start saying she.
She. Oh, it's a girl?
Oh shit! You missed
Where you
that.
been,
Yeah.
Wes?
I had no fucking idea. Fucking awesome.
Yeah, it's a girl. My bad. I forgot.
Hell
to tell you.
yes. Amazing. Amazing. Congrats, brother. That's fucking
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
All right. I need to catch
What
up.
a way
with
to
all
end
you. I need to
episode
catch up with
500.
all you guys. Okay, one more voicemail. Let's do it.
Oh,
This is my favorite.
Hey there, y'all. McLean down in Austin. Was just listening this morning and had finished the episode up. Incredible one today with the Canadian duck and the whole nonsense there. But I wanted to shout out Wes. That's really impressive that he was able to go get help, and I'm sure everybody in the hive is thinking about him. And also wanted to applaud the Baby A's Purple Margarita shout out. If you are a local person down here in Austin, I'm sure you have probably had one or three of those in a night. It's been a good night. And I just wanted to tell the boys to keep getting after it. Hopefully soon we'll be able to hit some bars back down here in Austin. Have a good day, y'all. Bye-bye.
Oh yeah.
Thank you.
You know how I know we're old? I saw a poll that Barstool Longhorn or the UT account put out, and Baby A's got trounced by several other local drinks.
The purple's got trounced by local drinks.
Trounced. I think it's an old person thing.
It was the cause of like 20%
gotta
of
be.
domestic violence in Austin, so I understand that.
Those
But yeah, guys, that was 500. Feels good, huh?
Feels great.
Feels so good. Feels
Absolutely. 5 to 5 million more.
Let's do it. And we'll be back we'll be back on the grind on Monday, bringing you the news without all this sappy stuff. Sometimes you got to look back and say, "Hey, that's pretty cool." Right?
But it's full crew, right? From now,
Full crew,
we're going
baby.
Monday or Sunday night. Wes, we good?
We are good. Yeah, and I want to say thank you to everyone that's reached out to me. It's been fucking incredible. Anyone that has any problem, that says anything bad about like Barstool culture or any of that bullshit, you should see my fucking DMs. You should see the support I've been given by everyone out there. Fucking amazing. So I appreciate it, seriously. And I will try to get back to everyone as soon as I can.
Nice.
You want
All
to
right.
take? You still rest? You want to take us out of the show? Because
Yeah, sure. That's
wanna
going to
talk-
do it for Hard Factor. Thank you for being with us for 500 episodes. Yeah, we'll be back Monday we're doing radio Monday too.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Monday through Friday pod, radio Monday through Thursday. Sign up for your radio trial. Just follow at Barstool Radio, and they always have links in there to get a free trial going. Yeah.
Cool.
3 months free if you haven't done it. Yeah.
Hell yeah. So a double dose on Monday. Have a great fucking weekend.